Good evening friends. In this video today we are going to discuss about the weighted average cost. In previous videos we have already discussed about FIFO method and LIFO method. In FIFO method and LIFO method we don't have any kind of formulas, but in this weighted average cost we have a simple formula, that is the total cost of material divided with the total weight of materials. So by the use of this formula, that the total cost of material and the total weights of materials, we can come to know the total unit cost of this issue units which has been issued by the particular dates by the company. So let's calculate this problem. So Adarsha company purchased and issued materials in the following order. So we can see that a number of dates are given, and on these particular dates a number of transactions are also given on the various units and unit cost. So let's calculate this problem. So in order to calculate, we must need this format. So formats are nothing but first column will come for the date, and then it is classified into three different categories, that is a receipt, and receipt can also said to be a purchase, and issued, and then balance. Then last one is balance. So it's nothing but receipt and purchase again classified into three different categories, that is quantity, rates, amount, and again issued is also classified into three different categories, that is quantity, rates, amount, and balance, as same like the previous two ones, the quantity, rates, and amounts. So let's calculate the problem which is given into the book, that is the 1st January the company have purchased 300 units at the unit cost 3 rupees. So let's enter into the format, that is 1st January, the quantity of 300 at the rate 3 rupees. If you will multiply this 300 into 3, we will get the total amount, that is 900. They have not issued anything, so it's completely blank, and we have to balance whatever the transactions we are doing in the purchase and receipt or in issued. We must have to balance in these columns. So the 300 is the balancing figure we have. Now the rate we have 3 rupees and 900 total amount. So let's enter the second transactions. So second transactions is nothing but on 4th January the company again they have purchased 600 units at the unit cost is nothing but 4 rupees. So let's enter this transaction. On 4th January they have purchased 600 units at the unit cost 4 rupees. If we will multiply 4 into 600, we will get 2400. They have not issued anything, so let's balance. Here is the very important thing. So we already have the balance of 300 quantity, and again the company have purchased the quantity of 600. So if we will plus this, we have to add this 4th January transactions quantity in the balancing figure. So it will become total 900. 300 plus 600 is equals to 900, and again we have to add the total amount also. The 900 we already have the balance, and now the new balance is 2400. If we will plus the 900 in 2400, it will become total 3300. So in order to get the rate, we have to calculate the rate. As I already said, we have the formula in order to calculate the rates. So that is, the formula is total cost of material divided by total weights of materials. It's nothing but the total cost is nothing but this the amount, and the total weights is nothing but the quantity. So this is what we have. We have total 3300 divided by 900. So we'll get 3.666. After point, it's depending upon you how much elements you are going to take, but it will be good when you are taking the 3 elements. So let's move to the next transactions. On 6th January the company have issued 500 units. The unit cost is not given, so let's enter this. On 6th January, they have issued, they have not purchased anything, they have issued 500 units. The unit cost was not given in the question. So what the unit rate, we have calculated this by uses of a formula. This unit rate will be treated for this 500. So this 3.666 will be considered 500 unit rate. So 3.666. Now in order to know the total amount, we have to calculate this 500 into 3.666. So 18.33, sorry, 1833, it's 1833. So now again we have to balance. We already have the 900 unit quantity of balancing. Out of 900 we have issued 500, so remaining is 400. So now again we already have the balance of 3300 amount, and now again we have issued for 1833. So we have to subtract from 3300 minus 1833. We'll be having 1467 in our hand. Now we want the rate. So 14, as I already said, we have the formula total cost divided by total quantity. It's nothing but 1467 divided by 400. We'll get 3.667. We are getting 3.6675, but we will take only 3 elements. So let's see the next transaction. On 10th of January, the company again, they have purchased 700 units at the unit cost 4 rupees. So let's enter this transaction. On 10th of January, the company have purchased 700 units at the unit cost 4 rupees. So nothing but if we will multiply, it will total become 2800. Again, they have not issued anything. So we have already have the balance of 400. So if we will plus this 400 and 700 total, it will become 1100 of quantity. And again we have to add the total amount also into the balancing figure. So 1467 we already have the balance, and again new balance is 2800. So it's nothing but 4267. Now we want the rate. So according to the formula, total unit divided by total quantity, total unit cost divided by total quantity. So 4267 divided by 1100. So we have got 3.879. So let's enter the next transaction. On 15th of January, the company again have issued 800 quantity, but the unit cost is not given. So not a problem. Let's enter this transaction. On 15th of January, they have issued 800 quantity, but the cost is not given. So already I have said that the cost or the rate which we have calculated into the balancing figure, that will be treated as a unit rate. Unit quantity which we have issued, that rate will be treated, the balancing rate will be treated for this. So 3.879. So in order to know the total balance, we have to multiply that 800 into 3.879. that is 3103. We are getting 3103.2. so after point we can ignore the point values. So we already have the balance of 1100. Out of 1100 we have issued 800, so remaining is 300 in our balance. Now again we have issued the rate of total rate is 3103. So out of 4267 we have to subtract 3103. we'll get 1164 in our hand. 1164 will be balancing figure, so we have to know, we will have to calculate the total rate. So it's nothing but 1164 divided by 300, we'll get 3.88. 3.88. So we have got this. So let's move to the next transaction. On 20th of January, the company again purchased 300 units and at the cost 5 rupees. So let's enter this transaction. At the 20th of January, the company have purchased 300 units at the unit cost 5 rupees. So it's a 1500. 300 into 5 is equals to 1500. They have not issued anything, so we already have the balance of 300, and again we have purchased for 300 quantity, so total will be 600. 300 plus 300 is equals to 600, and again we already have the balance of 1164. Now another balance amount is 1500, so we have to add that 1500 plus 1164. So total, the new balance is what? 2664. So we want the rate. So as I already said, that we have the formula, that is total cost of material divided by total weights of material. Means nothing but total cost is nothing but the total amount of a unit, total amount of a balancing figure, and the total quantity of a balancing figure. So it's nothing but 2664 divided by 600. So we'll get 4.44. So let's enter the next transaction. On 23rd of January, the company have issued 100 units. Unit cost is not given. So let's enter this transaction. On 23rd of January, the company have issued 100 units. So the cost, unit cost is not given, as I already said at the initial video, when at the initial timing, that the rate which we have calculated into the balancing figure, that rate will be treated as the issue amount. That's nothing but 4.44. We have to consider this amount rate, and we want to know the total amount. So 100 into 4.44, so total 444. Okay, so now out of 600 we have issued 100, so remaining is 500, and we have the balance of 2664. So out of 2664, the 444 should be subtracted. So 2664 minus 444 will have 2220. So we want to know the rate. So it's nothing but 2220 divided by 500. We'll get 4.44. This is all done. So as we can see that in our question it has given, in our question they have given that nothing but the weighted average. So according to this method we have the answer. It's nothing but weighted average quantity. First one is weighted average over here. So weighted average cost is nothing but 2220. As you can see that total amount, as you can see here, total amount, in total amount figure, that is last one is 2220, and the quantity of, according to this formula, that closing stock quantity is nothing but 500 units. So we have got 500 units. As in question also, the quantity balancing figure is 500 units. So this is treated as closing stock. So you can write here closing stock. So to closing stock is nothing but we have 500 and total amount is 2220. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have liked my video.